Timeout.
You want Philly?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We're talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to send a beating at least.
World champions! Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go.
Zombie apocalypse.
What's going on, guys? I'm Patrick Wilson, here with my co-host, Jonathan Pat. I'm pointing
What
that out
up?
for the first time. And if you've been with us for the first 10 weeks, you can tell that things are a little different here.
What's new?
What's new? I would hope you know. I mean, the other people might not know, but I would hope you know. So what is new is we have actually partnered up with CEV Sports, and they have allowed us to do many different things. We are now streaming on numerous platforms. So we're live on Twitch, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitter, and we are also live on CEV Sports Networks, their social platforms.
And the Philly Sports Alliance Facebook.
Yes, them too.
Big
Thank you
shout
for
out
reminding me
to
of that.
them for letting us use this.
Yes, absolutely. So that is one of our big announcements for today. Like we've changed a lot up since we've last done this 2 weeks ago. So huge shout out to Philly Sports Alliance, huge shout out to CEV Sports, and thank you both so much for this opportunity and alliancing with us and partnering with us to kind of help build both of our brands. So definitely go drop them a follow, drop them a sub on. They have a YouTube. I think they have a YouTube. Definitely drop them a follow on Facebook.
Drop a
Facebook's
like.
Yeah.
They got Twitch. They've got another Facebook for all their different podcasts, I believe. Whatever you can find, just go help support them.
Yes, absolutely. So with that being said, since we partnered up with Philly Sports Alliance, John and I have actually come to the conclusion where doing sports in general has been very difficult for us because we do not have the time to really sit down and look at all the different sports, look at all the different transactions going through and all that, with me having a full-time job and then streaming on Twitch, John going back to school and having his job and all that. We just don't have the time to look at everything as one. So we have decided to come home. We are going to be strictly talking about Philadelphia sports.
Thank
that's
goodness.
The Philadelphia Flyers, Philadelphia Eagles, Philadelphia Phillies, Philadelphia Union. I'm missing one. Philadelphia Sixers. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna also have to debate if Villanova is a Philly school. I know that's a big one. I said yes before, and now that I am 5 minutes from Villanova, I say no because I'm still a good 25 minutes from the city. So that is a hard no for us, or for me.
And then it can be a no because I know absolutely nothing about Villanova.
Bet that's a firm. That's our firm position on this podcast. Is a Villanova is not a Philadelphia city school. Now,
true. Do not forget Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
Actually, the Phantoms, Pat, we're gonna have to go to a game this year. I mean,
Are we?
I was there with Marissa, and it was pretty sick. Just being back in the stadiums. You know,
Okay. I'm done. We still have to go to the Union game first.
well, the other Patrick in our chat doesn't want us to talk about the Philadelphia Union.
Yeah.
Pat,
I
you're the
know.
soccer guy. You're the soccer guy.
Let me pull up the stats for that real fast. Last I saw, they were down 2-1. I haven't looked at it recently because I was kind of focusing on this. So give me 1 second here. What was it, like 3-1 that they lost or something? Ah, yeah, 3-1.
3-1. All right. Now, was that at home or was that in DC?
Audi Field. So I believe that was in DC.
Yo, Pat. Samantha was the one who said, "Don't forget about the Phantoms."
Correct.
Guess what? Look what
She's
we
got
got here. Season tickets.
Okay.
I mean, I wish I had season tickets to anything, let alone I would give up anything just to have season tickets anywhere. Like I wanted to do the Phillies deal where it was $60 for 12 games in September, and if I had the time to go down there, I would go. I would have dropped so much money on that and parking. I mean, it's crazy.
2 rows from the goalie.
I know. I was just about to pull that up. Now, Pat. I mean, this is our first time interacting with Samantha, but we might have to take advantage of this.
Yeah, I mean, we very well might. For Lehigh Valley, anyway, we still have to figure out the Union.
Yeah.
But
Let's see. Patrick also says the Union tickets are great. Not too many games. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I've only been to one Union game. Pat, how many have you been?
At least a dozen by now.
A dozen? Yeah, I need to get to more. It's
$1,300 for season tickets.
Oh, that just hurts the bank. And then you go and watch this team, and it's just feels like you put another 13 grand on top of that each night. It's like
13 grand.
oh
That's
my
1,300,
God.
bro.
Whatever it is, it's still a large
That's
price.
one too many zeros. Huh? Nothing.
Well, Samantha, you write for Flyers Nitty Gritty and love it. You have your own podcast, Old City Sports Network. Love it. A little bit about me. I used to be a Phillies writer for Philadelphia Sports Network. And then I had a lot of other stuff going on, and I didn't want to take up a spot when I could only put out a couple articles a month. So I had to put that down, but it was awesome doing the Philadelphia Sports Network. And I met a lot of people like yourself that, work at different or just write for different, blogs and websites and stuff. It's really cool. Love to see that.
Now that you're back at school, are you going to start writing again?
No, I've got no time. I mean, my thing is I would rather talk about it like this than actually put it into words or making sure it sounds good. I mean, you can tell by my talking right now, it's kind of choppy, and it just takes me a lot longer to write something.
We sound good?
We might. I
don't know. That might be pushing it a little bit. Might be pushing it just a little bit.
But yeah, it's just something that is. I mean, they left the window open for me, so I can always go back whenever. So maybe next year or even 2 years from now, if I had enough free time where I can just kind of continue that career, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, should we get into our first topic?
Speaking about the Phillies,
they're our first topic?
I
already forgot what we had in the spreadsheet.
Actually, our first topic is not the Phillies. It is the one segment that I forget every week.
Oh, yeah, we got to do
the locks of the week. Pat, explain locks of the week to the folks out there.
So, John and I do this thing called Locks of the Week where we pick 3 games every week, and those are our locks. So if the team that we pick wins, we get a point, and whoever has the most points by the end of the month wins a prize. So like for the past 2 months, John's lost, so he's owed me like an ice cream sundae or a milkshake or something. Just kind of like something small, something fun. And John hates spending money, so for him to spend like the $8 on 2 milkshakes right now has been golden.
Yes.
So that's what we've been doing. And then if we tie, we actually let our viewers pick, like if we both lose or a tiebreaker, or we have them vote and see which one is technically the loser.
And we're still trying to figure out like a good punishment for the loser itself. Like the milkshakes was just something that we thought of on the spot. But if you guys have any ideas on what should be the punishment within reason,
definitely within reason.
Just have to throw that out there. Now, Pat, before we get to that, Samantha wrote a piece on Alex Lyon, and I think I didn't follow Alex Lyon all that closely, but just from the outside looking in on how, he's been there for a while. He was there for years.
He was definitely in Lehigh Valley for a while, and he was a fantastic third string goalie.
If there's such a thing. And we're going to get in the third string.
He was whenever Elliott or
5 years, she says,
Hart was hurt, and they brought Alex Lyon up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for a third string goalie, obviously he's going to let in some goals, but I thought he did a great job when he was there.
I mean, anybody who could play goalie in front of that defense last year is a god.
Yeah.
A god. Now, Pat, we have somebody from another podcast in here from the Diamond Club podcast on here. John.
Oh, they're a part of the CEV Sports as well.
Yep. I think I saw his tweet where they're shout out to the Phillies to get him followed by the Phillies, which, I mean, if he could get followed, I would love to get followed. Not yet, I don't think. But I did see that on Twitter. I think I liked it. I'm not sure.
I'm going to have to like and retweet that.
So we got to get him followed by the Phillies.
I'm down for that. I'm absolutely down for that.
So now, let's get into locks of the week.
All right.
Bring that up.
All right. Give me a second. This is the first time I've actually done this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Bam.
Bam. That's small, isn't it? Oh, no, I guess not. No, I guess not for the full screen.
They can.
The full screen is not. We're
they
good.
Can zoom in, I think.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So for August 14th, it's actually been 2 weeks since we've last done this because I was on vacation. John, you're gonna have to keep an eye on the comments because right now I got locks of the week full up on my screen, so I can't see anything. So I was on vacation. We ended up missing a week. Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry, John. So for this is how we have it set up, so you can see like when our episode was, what sport we picked, what team we picked beating what. And if they win, they get a point. If they lose, we don't get a point. And then we have the weekly totals. And then at the very bottom here, we have the overalls. So right now, John's at 6 overall, and I'm at 5 overall. I caught up a little bit, having all 3 points this week after failing miserably the last 2 weeks.
Yes, I need it. I need to come back this month. It's just that simple.
No, you don't.
It has been ugly.
I'm fine with another $4 milkshake from Chick-fil-A. I'm pretty sure everybody else here would agree that Chick-fil-A milkshakes are amazing. Unless they're lactose intolerant, then in that case, they probably haven't had one. But yeah, so John was the only one that got a loss, and that was when the Reds beat the Phillies Sunday, August 15th.
Which, I mean, the Phillies lose every other day, so I just picked the wrong day.
Yeah. Yes, you did. You totally did, and I'm okay with that. So there is that. Is there anything else we really need to explain about this?
No. So we'll get back to it at the end of the show.
All right.
Because
Stop
we'll
sharing the screen.
yeah, we do that. Actually, let's see. John says, he's got Matt Breen. Pat, I don't know if you know who that is, but I do. He's a pretty well-known writer for the Phillies, and he's at the Inquirer. I mean, enough said. But that's sick that he's got him coming on Monday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
We will definitely try and get you followed.
Yeah. What time is that show, or when is it going live?
Yes, definitely let us know that.
Yeah.
I'll
definitely pop in.
I also want to let the viewers know, John. There we go. I'm pointing the right way this time. John knows mostly about the Eagles, Sixers, and Phillies, and I'm
Flyers.
sitting here.
Well, you just wait. I've got a whole thing.
And I'm sitting here, and I know mostly about the Flyers and Union. So we're a lot of this show is going to be just bouncing off of each other. 8:30 p.m. EST. All right. I like it. I'll be home for that, actually. So I'll be able to have that up.
Yeah.
I'll be able to have that up. Awesome. All right. So now our second segment, which was John's favorite dumpster fire.
Yeah. Okay. One thing that you have to know about me is that if there's any sort of hope, and it doesn't matter with what team, it could be the slightest thing. I can get sold on anything, especially this Phillies team right now. And I want to say, I mean, they're just going to kick us in the balls the entire rest of the way. I mean, it's just some people are like, oh, don't get fooled again. And I'm like, why? But that's the fun part. Like, I can go all in and then just kind of
be disappointed at the end of the year.
Like
I was frustration.
Like, I was at the game on Tuesday when they lost to the Rays. The game that Ranger Suarez pitched. And, just having the, even though they were losing, I still had a hope that they were going to go do it. And it's just, yes. I mean, I would love to be followed by anybody within that organization.
Wrong, John.
It's okay. It's okay. But going all in, there's nothing else going on right now. We have Ben Simmons that we keep talking about. I mean, it's just like the Carson Wentz, Nick Foles thing. It's just something that we just have to deal with. And, we've got the Eagles, and we have no idea what they're going to be, which is always exciting. And the Flyers, they've made big moves, but it's just like we're still just kind of waiting for the preseason to come.
They're back and forth. The past 10 years has been insane.
Yeah, and I just need something to latch on and hold on to. Like, I just need something in my life. And the Phillies are it right now. And it's just that simple to just kind of like I have something with my dad where if something happens, yeah, something
you look
happens,
like me swatting at that bug that was flying around my face earlier.
So I have a joke with my dad that I'll send him like a gift of like a fishing hook, or like Patrick from SpongeBob being hooked from all sides, and he'll just laugh because we always go back and forth on it, and I'm just like, I'm hooked. Like, they won tonight, I think 7-1 or something like that. Whatever the score was, like it's kind of like I'm just hooked again. Like, just we're 4.5 games back, I think, if the Braves lose, and I just need them to get me to the postseason to see what this team can do, because you cannot waste Bryce Harper in his best year as a Philly, definitely, and his prime years. Like, you just can't waste it. And right now,
he's got another 10 years left. He's fine.
Yeah, but like, Pat, he's doing everything for this team. Like if it wasn't for him, they'd be
Except for defense.
worse than the Marlins. Pat, do you have anything to add on the Phillies?
I mean, their defense has been awful. And,
Awful. Horrendous.
And I have no idea
Abysmal.
what is up with Rhys Hoskins.
He's out for the year with the groin.
I know he got injured, but like the last game that I saw him play, I'm not sure if it was because of his groin injury or what, but he let up
Okay, hold on.
so many different defensive plays that he should have
Was
had.
that last night?
Rhys Hoskins?
Yeah.
I
Or are you
Can't
talking
remember.
about the game that you went to?
think it was the game that I went to because I don't watch the Phillies that often.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, that was Zach Wheeler's dominant outing. I mean,
Yeah.
but Rhys Hoskins is a definite liability for them. But he's one of the few people that can give them home run power all the time. And he was rushed. He had a groin injury. He was rushed back. I think he was rushed back, but I mean, people say he's not. Like, you know, Chris also thinks he got rushed back. And it's because Alec Boehm isn't the player who we think he is or where he can be. And it's just a hard thing to grasp because now he's down at AAA at Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs and he struck out 4 times the other night. Like, I mean,
That's impressive.
but like Rhys Hoskins, after he came back from that groin injury, he played like 3 games or so. Or no, he played 8 games, I think. No, sorry. He had 3 home runs in his last 8 plate appearances. That's what the stat was. And he hit 2 the night before I went, and then didn't hit any in his 1 pinch hit appearance then. And then he hit another one yesterday, and then he gets done for the year with the groin. And good for them, but it's just hard. There we go.
Hello, Mr. Pat. Speaking of John's dad,
Let's talk about their farm system. I mean, how great is that we have like 2 guys that can come up tomorrow, and then the rest are just let's wait 7 years. Put them all in a garbage can.
pretty much.
Now, one guy that is just red hot is Bryson Stott. And Pat, do you know who that is? That's the real question.
No.
Okay, you should.
We're still talking about the Phillies, right?
Phillies. He's a
I only know Zach Wheeler, Bryce Harper, and Rhys Hoskins.
he's a
And Aaron Nola.
well, Aaron Nola stinks right now too.
Speaking of liabilities.
Jesus. If you need a big game with Aaron Nola, he's just gonna let you down, and that kills me because I've been a big fan of his ever since he was drafted. But back to Bryson Stott, he's pretty much the best friend of Bryce Harper. They both grew up in Las Vegas. Like Bryson Stott's obviously like 22 or something like that. But this month in June, I think he was promoted to in June or July, he was promoted to AA, and he's batting .407 in the month of August in 23 games.
That's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading comments.
Pat, put it this way. If you bat 300 for your career, you're a Hall of Famer. And he's batting .407 in the month. I mean, that's just crazy numbers.
And he's only been there for a month, right?
Yeah, just over a month, yeah. And I mean, he's played shortstop. It's a position that, next year, even though Didi Gregorius is signed, it's somewhere that you can look to kind of trade him or just get something for him and just bring up Bryson Stott, because if you're not going to compete, just let the young guy play. Why not?
Yeah. Is he going to be the next, what's his name? Oshani?
No, he can't pitch.
No. Oh, okay.
Shohei.
I don't know.
First
I
of
don't
all,
know.
you combined his first and last name. It's Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei. Okay.
Shohei Ohtani.
I was on the right path. I told you baseball is not my sport.
Well, okay. So let's get to something that is more your sport. Let's go with the Flyers.
There it is.
Let's get this conversation started. Pat, opening remarks on the Sean Couturier contract.
I have seen so many comments of people not happy with this contract, but I do not know why. Phillies can't even catch a cold. I love it. I love it. I do not know why people don't like this contract. Like so many people.
Where'd you hear that from?
Just reading on Twitter, on Instagram, even on Facebook, I've seen people comment that he's overpaid because like he's in his prime now, and when he gets to like 3-4 years in, he's not going to be as good. But like, he's a Selke Trophy winner. He's one of the top scorers on the Flyers. He's one of the best plus-minus ratings on the Flyers. Like, he has all the stats to be a $9 million plus per year contract, and we're only paying him 7.75. Like, it's a fantastic deal.
You got anything else?
So I was reading that one. Yeah, Coots will probably be the next captain if it's not Provorov, if I'm being honest.
No, it'll be Coots before Provorov. I just think the seniority plays a big factor.
Fair, very fair.
That's really,
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, like this contract is so friendly for the Flyers because he's such a good player. And the quote that I read from him, where he literally said he wants to win a championship, not break the bank. I love Coots.
Yeah, that's big.
I love Coots.
Now
that is the best thing he could have said ever.
Now, we're gonna get into Chuck Fletcher, either in this show, if not next show, because I think he deserves a whole entire segment just on him and his offseason this year. Just to moves left and right. But back to Sean Couturier.
Yeah, Coots has got some big things coming up. I with this contract and him and with a bunch of the signings that Chuck Fletcher made, like they're ready to try and win a championship. So I think we're gonna have a fire under the Flyers' butts this year. Granted, since they didn't make it in the playoffs last year, this is the year, based on their track record for the past 10 years, this is the year that they make it to the playoffs. So,
well,
I mean, like...
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at Cooch's contract right now. And, I mean, he did get $62 million, and people just are like, oh, that's a lot. But in hockey, that's not. And
not at all.
The thing is...
With his stat line,
his money. He got his money. It doesn't look like it in the contract, but he made sure to get more guaranteed money that doesn't go against the salary cap so that they can sign players. And he got $42 million signing bonus just to sign a piece of paper. I mean, sure. Just write me down. Just whatever.
I like that.
Yeah. And okay, Chuck Fletcher, let's see. And let's see. The cap hit is the same throughout, which I like because it doesn't go up. You know, in a lot of other sports, it continuously each year keeps on rising. And then by the end, it's like he's worth so much that, you can't
get rid of him.
So I think it's a big thing for the Flyers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just can't wait to...
I mean, he's 29 now.
Yeah, and with an 8-year contract, by the time that contract expires, he'll be 37. I don't see him getting traded away from the Flyers, so I still think that's a great deal.
The only way he gets traded... So he has a no movement clause, except for the year 2025, which is kind of weird. It's the only year that there's not a no movement clause.
33rd team coming through?
Huh?
33rd NHL team?
Well, my initial reaction is that Chuck Fletcher is basically saying we have a 3-year window. I think that's what he's saying. We have a 3-year window, and let's say they don't, They don't even go to the finals. Then he might break up the whole team. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he might say, look, if we don't do it in 3 years, we might just have to trade you just because we need to just refuel. Well, not refuel.
I would hate to
Rebuild.
see Coots go.
Yeah, so would I. But that's my only logical thing. And then, next year's or no movement clause. And then his last year of his contract is a modified no trade clause, which means he basically gets to choose which team he wants to go to in a trade.
Fair enough.
So he's got it down.
Yeah, he made all the right moves, not only for himself, but for the Flyers too.
Yeah, which is big. Not many players think of that.
Yeah, not at all. And that's one of the main things I love about Coots. He's a team-oriented player. He's not selfish at all.
Yeah.
Granted, the $42 million signing bonus that I just learned about, I mean, that might have been a little selfish, but hey, hats off to him for getting his paycheck.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. Just sign me up. All right. Yeah. Next week, we will go into a bigger dive into Chuck Fletcher's offseason because that takes up a whole segment within itself. And we still have 2 more teams to get to. Pat, you want to do Eagles or Sixers? Oh, sorry. 3. Forgot about the Union.
Yeah.
Who was it? Patrick earlier in our chat? Who was like, oh, don't talk to you. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead. Get your Union take up here.
Quinn Sullivan, 17 years old, has 2 goals in the MLS, and both of them are MLS goals of the week. That's outstanding. I mean, his first goal was a bicycle kick off of a deflection on a corner kick. Like that was just outstanding in general. But
if you don't know what play we're talking about, I just retweeted it on our JMB Sports podcast page.
Is that the bicycle kick or the most recent one?
It's just a rocket from the top. Jesus.
Yeah, that's the most recent one. It got passed back to him. He took a touch and then rocketed it right in the top right corner.
Mm-hmm.
And by
I got
4 defensemen. I think it was 4 defensemen.
Yep.
And the goalie was just blown away. He just stood there.
Okay, so I just undid that retweet and I retweeted the Philadelphia Union has it where the bicycle kicks on top and then they'll play the actual the laser, the one that we were just talking about at the bottom. So go check that out on our Twitter page and you'll see what we're talking about because it's
oh, look at that, perfect timing. Go follow our Twitter, JP Sports Podcast,
right down there.
He hasn't scored much and really hasn't done much, but when he does, it makes a giant impact. And I'm absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get my ad up on here. I didn't have time to adjust that yet. I'll get there. But I've loved the way Quinn Sullivan has been playing.
Now, question: when do the playoffs start? For put him on the spot. See, look at this, folks. He's not even prepared.
Okay, don't make me kick you off of this stream again.
He's not even prepared. Let's see. MLS playoffs.
I think it's late November, early December. Okay. I believe.
Okay, so the season will which will begin November 19th and conclude on December 11th.
Okay. So mid-November. Sorry, I didn't have the exact date.
Pat, do you know who Ant Fontana is?
Fontana, he's a fantastic midfielder. I love him. He's been great. He was great for the Union. I think he's still on the team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I definitely know he was on there a couple years ago. I can't remember if he got traded or not.
Okay.
I'm drawing a blank on that right now. I believe he's still on the team though.
Sweet.
But Fontana, when he came up, he was doing the same thing that Sullivan's doing. He was doing he played really well. Although Fontana actually played better than Sullivan is. But like just the surprise of a youngster coming up and doing as well as Fontana did, it was great. Really?
Pat, you know who that is? Antoine Hopino?
I actually don't.
No, well, he went through my dad's school.
Oh, cool. That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, and then he went somewhere in Florida with like a semi-pro soccer league, I think, something like that.
Oh, okay. That's probably why I don't really know him.
But he got drafted by the Union.
Oh, okay. But he just never made it up to the Union itself.
No, well, he played a little bit, but now he's with the Tampa Fire. There you go.
Okay. All right. Chris is really good friends with Fontana's aunts, known them since 1998. That's actually a great story. That's
really
awesome. Yeah. I love to hear stuff like that. Like when you, in a way, you kind of feel connected to the professional player, even though you might not personally know them. Like you feel that type of connection. So then you follow them even more. You're a lot more interested in their stats and everything. And it just makes you a lot more hyped for that team. And I love hearing stuff like that. Like that's actually really awesome, Chris. I love it. But the only other thing I have for the Union is the fact that they're 8th for the Shield and 4th in the Eastern Conference. They've gone downhill from last year. But they're still in a playoff run. And they're still a really good team. They just need to work a couple kinks out and get their ish together. What's with the wink?
I don't know. Ignore that. Let's see.
Don't you ignore that.
we're gonna change gears to the Sixers because we're gonna save the best for last with the Eagles. We're gonna go with the Sixers and just talk about
drama.
Yeah, it's just like we're in high school again. I can say that because I'm actually out of high school, which is kind of nice. And I can look back on it. Pat, do you think it's a good idea that the Sixers bring back Ben Simmons?
No.
No. Why?
That's an instant no.
No. Okay.
He does the same thing every year. He posts a video of him working out in the gym against somebody nobody knows, hitting a jump shot. He'll go and do pretty good in the regular season when it comes to offense. Pretty good. And then he'll just blow it in the end. Like his offense just isn't there, and he's just not listening to people. That he needs to shoot when the time comes for him to need to shoot. He just won't. He just chokes. And it kills the team.
Time out.
And I can tell you for a fact Joel Embiid's done with him too.
Time out. Hold on.
What's with the timeout?
Can you see this?
What the heck is that? Oh, there we go.
Timeout. There he is.
There it is. Jumper.
Bang!
Yep. Let's see you do that in the season, dude.
How about this one? Oh, behind the back.
Well, he always passes.
That's some random dude. We don't need to see that. Nope. Don't need to see that. That's Maxey, just butter. Here we go. This is the one I was talking about. That's just from long range.
Yeah, let's see that in the season. Not gonna happen.
Bang. We're hooked.
It's just getting ridiculous at this point. Like, he's a fantastic defenseman. I will not lie. He is a fantastic
Guards 1 through
defenseman.
5. 1 through 5 every single night.
He
Lock them
he
down.
he can guard basically anybody on that court.
Mhm.
He really can. But he just doesn't show up anywhere else. You can't be
He has the most assists on 3-pointers since he's come into the league.
because he's too scared to shoot the ball.
Or because he makes the right play sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't.
Stop sticking up for him.
You know, I was leaning towards trading Ben, but then his summer videos come out, and I'm just like, I'm hooked. I'm hooked again. I can't trade him.
You're hooked again. I'm on the point where I'm like, I've seen this before.
I
Same crap's
need-
gonna happen. I'm done.
I just need, opening night. Just do it like this. Just him tweeting that out like he always does.
No. Listen to Chris. Listen to Chris.
Oh, I'm trading Ben for 2 people only: Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal. But there's a huge but there. If I trade Ben
My
Simmons,
butt's kinda
I
small.
cannot get rid of Ben plus Matisse or Ben plus Matisse and Thibault. No, that's the same person. Ben plus Matisse and Maxey. Back. Clip that for me. I'll have to post that one later. We'll
Alright.
just have to go screen record it later.
4105.
Yeah.
I got to remember that. Here, I'll write it down. 4105. You're good. Keep talking. Keep talking.
I just can't get rid of Ben plus Maxey and Thibault and all of my depth along with that if I'm going to trade for Lillard or Bradley Beal. It's just something I can't do because, even if you have Dame and Joel, when they have to, and Embiid's going to have to take a break, and it's just going to be the same thing AC in Portland. James going to have nobody around them. And I just can't do it. Not yet.
The Sixers got to get rid of Simmons, dude. You know. You good?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You were like so
just trying to
perfectly
think.
still. I thought my Wi-Fi cut off for a second.
I'm just stealthy.
Because like my dad's redoing the kitchen and everything, and the router's out there, so I'm not sure if you like hit something out there. So it scared me for a second. No, but crap. Where was I going with that? What did I say last? Something about I know it's something about Ben Simmons.
That he can't be or that he should be traded, and he does the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, you're not going to get the Sixers aren't going to get anywhere with Ben Simmons on the team.
Okay, Andre Drummond. I think that is a really bad signing. I just don't. I'd rather have Paul Reed fill that role. I know it's on a minimum deal and you can get out of it, but
what about Michael Scott?
I would rather have B-ball Paul and his 20 points, 20 rebounds a night. Not a night, but just his energy. I just love B-ball Paul and just his ability to go after any rebound because he's out the mud, because he's built from nothing. And I'm here for it. It's the same way that I was about Furkan Korkmaz, and TJ McConnell. I've got. Wait, which way?
Other way.
There we
you
go.
go. That one.
There he is. I got the other ones too. Wait, timeout. Trying to get rid of it, There, Matisse, Ben.
I think it's about time you take down that metal jersey, bro.
No, I'm not going to. First of all, this one fell, but maybe because it's injury prone. But I got this one. It fell. I got it.
Maybe because it's injury prone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got it. I also have Aaron Nola, but Marissa has that one.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Pat. Okay. 44.
We gotta clip that one too.
Yeah, 4400. As much as it pains me to hate on Carson, I'm defending Carson Wentz the same exact way I'm defending Ben Simmons. Like
You're defending Carson Wentz because you picked him for your fantasy team.
No, I've been defending Carson. I mean, I did. I also wanted to pick Jalen Hurts.
The very last pick, you picked Carson Wentz. The very last pick in our fantasy draft.
I also have Devontae Smith.
I guess we're going to the Eagles now.
Well, hold on.
Okay, one more thing about Simmons and how he's a complete liability. That's what I was talking about. Speaking of liabilities, Ben Simmons. Because we talk about liabilities all the time with the Phillies. Yes, I know I interrupted you like 4 times.
I think the bigger problem. Okay, big PDA here. The problem with the Sixers is more Doc Rivers than it is Ben Simmons. Prove me wrong.
Ben Simmons has done it for the past like 5 years now. How long has Doc Rivers been the coach for the Sixers?
1 year.
How long has Ben Simmons been with the Sixers?
5.
How many times has this happened with Ben Simmons?
Not shooting the ball underneath the basket, just 1.
5 years now. They've had the same issue about trying to get Ben Simmons to shoot.
Fourth quarter, 0 fourth quarter points. When he did, he was 4 for 4.
In 7 games.
He was 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter.
In 7 games. He shot 4 times in 7 games.
Hey, some people.
I don't think that's a Doc Rivers problem, dude.
Okay, his rotations were god awful in Game 7. God awful. Doc Rivers has lost more Game 7s than any other coach in history. He's blown more 3-1 leads than anybody else in history. I like Doc Rivers, but his rotations are hot garbage.
That doesn't explain why Ben can't shoot the ball then.
Ben can shoot the ball. He just chooses not to, which that frustrates me. That does. I'm telling you.
Again, for how many years?
He did it in college and summer league. He did it in summer league. I'm telling you.
I'm pretty sure you can count them on one hand. How many?
Ben did it in summer league.
Pretty sure there's five years that we've wanted Ben to shoot the ball and he still hasn't. I mean, he does it once every like 10 games. That's not enough to be considered an elite player at this point for what we drafted him for.
Okay.
We didn't draft him for just defense.
Patrick, look at this video and you tell me what goes through your head. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure Chris is still siding with me here.
Hold on. Watch this video. I mean, that pass is just insane. That's on a rope, too. Bag. Just creates 3-point shots. That's just an insane right hand. We'll dump off the Rashawn Holmes. No big deal. Little touch pass. Bang. Before he can even blink. No look. Bang. No look to TLC, who's now on the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, he's just a freakish athlete. Freakish.
Who still can't shoot the ball.
1 year plus 2,700. Oh, that's awesome.
That's why I did that, Chris. I was waiting for him to see the comment.
What's up, Bald Eagle?
What's going on? Happy to have you here. We're just over here making fun of John because he's defending a pointless athlete on the Sixers right now.
Okay, he has a name.
Crap Simmons.
He's Luca, but crappier. What? No. Hide that comment.
I'm a host too.
Now, why would you want to trade Maxey though, Chris? Why would you want to trade Maxey? That's my question. I can
He's
at least
probably
understand.
because he's a young player and you can get a lot for him.
I can at least understand trading Ben. I can at least see that side. I don't want to believe it, but I can see it.
Can you now?
Oh, I could always.
I
can
talked
always
to you like 4
But
weeks ago, and you said you wanted Ben off this team,
but
now you're at like a complete 180. And I just don't understand where this is coming from.
Me wanting Ben off this team had more to do with Damian Lillard than it did my belief in Ben Simmons. Only way to get Damian Lillard. See, that's what I'm afraid of. You're going to trade away both point guards just to get one. And now I agree that Damian Lillard is just out of this world crazy good. But where's your depth? Who's going to be your backup point guard? I just don't see. People want to get the big superstars, and I get it. But you need depth. You need to be able to go 8 deep in the playoffs. I mean, Doc Rivers went like 10, but like Rondo is a good option. I know which one you're going to click on. There it is. Yeah. I mean, I have
Chris, I'm telling you, I called this man on the phone basically daily when I'm at work because I have to drive like an hour plus to sites for my job. And when I say 4 weeks ago, he was the complete opposite of what he is talking now. He's literally the complete opposite. He wanted to see Ben Simmons gone.
No, I wasn't complete opposite.
Yes, you
I was
did.
just more sold on Damian Lillard because of what he, what I've seen.
You wanted Ben out of this city, dude. And now you want him to stay because you saw him. And now you want him to stay because you saw him play against some nobodies that aren't on a basketball team. Like, come on.
I'm hooked. Trading Tobias if the price is right. I wouldn't mind that. I know he came up small in the playoffs, but I have a lot of confidence that he'll come back this year and be even better than last year.
I was gonna say Tobias showed heart though.
Yeah, he did. I mean, his exit interview, his exit post on Instagram was really heartfelt, and he owned it and he took responsibility for it, which I think is really good.
What did Ben Simmons do again?
He bought a $17 million house in LA.
And what else did he do after that?
Chose to not play in the Olympics.
Yeah, and there was one more thing he did as well to rub it in the Philadelphia fans' faces that he's making a crap ton of money and he doesn't care what happens.
I don't know what.
He went over to Europe and hung out in Wimbledon with his girlfriend for like 2 months.
Okay, it wasn't 2 months.
Month and a half.
What's up, Frankie? I'm a bit aggravated here. We're gonna hockey? I mean, we were just on that, but let me get out this Ben Simmons thing. Him at Wimbledon didn't do anything for me because everybody needs a break. I mean, he just had the worst performance of his life. I mean, he just needs time away. And if Wimbledon and
a couple weeks, fine. But he took more than a month.
That's fine. They didn't start for another like 4 months. It's fine.
But he has so much to work on.
Pat.
A couple weeks, fine. A couple weeks vacation, go ahead. I haven't had a vacation in 4 years other than the vacation last week. You don't see me Like, come on. Take a couple weeks.
We got to go
refresh.
back and watch the film.
But-
You were on my side that he needed a break.
Yeah. He took way too long of a break for me, in my opinion. Like over a month, that's too long of a break, especially when you mess up that badly in such an important game and you should know that you have so much stuff to work on.
All right. Well, we could agree to disagree. But Pat, recap Frankie on our hockey conversation a little bit earlier.
The majority of that conversation was Coots. There it is. His signing was fantastic. He was very team oriented during it. 8 years for 7.75 million average, 62 million total. Like that's for what he does. That's totally team friendly. And his quote saying that he wants to win a championship, not break the bank. Fantastic. Love it.
And we mainly talked about Sean Couturier. But if you come back next week, we're going to dive into Chuck Fletcher's offseason because that alone deserves a lot of praise in its own big section of this show.
Yes, it does.
That's
That's probably going to be a solid like 15, 20 minute segment in itself.
Yeah, because
So definitely come back next week.
Because one guy, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek, but one guy that I'm really, really excited for is Cam Atkinson.
Ooh, yeah. Dude, he's been
Cam-
hyping up Twitter.
I know.
He's been
And
hyping up Twitter. He's so excited to come here.
if I'm not on Twitter enough, I mean, just getting me hooked in that way by putting out GIFs, tweets, anything just to get me.
I'm just hooked on Atkinson and Ellis.
He's a good hockey guy. Well, let's talk some hockey. Let's put in some questions. Let's have a conversation. Let's dive into it because we can go on forever. I mean,
I don't know. I'm kind of done talking to you after this Ben Simmons thing.
Oh my God, get over it. Oh, Pat, let me know if you can hear this. Nothing.
No.
Oh, darn. I hit the bruh on the soundboard.
Bruh.
but I
You have to figure out how to get. You probably have to share your screen in the audio.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can figure that out later. It was just a thought.
Yeah, we'll figure that out another day.
Do you want to switch to the Eagles until we get a question from Frankie? Or
Sure.
Anybody else? Yeah. So
35-0 against the Patriots. I saw that over my vacation. They're looking great.
Yeah. Preseason, bro. Clown
Well,
question.
Thank you, Eagles, for tanking that game because it gave me an extra
As
point
we saw in
against
the
John.
intro. As we saw in the intro. Clown question, bro. I mean,
You want to do the Philly?
name the 5 wide receivers who make the roster. Okay. Pat, can you name
This
one?
this is all you. I have no clue who anybody
Pat, can you name
is.
one?
I can tell you the one guy on my fantasy team after I look up my fantasy team name again.
I named somebody
Because he's on the
show.
bench.
I named somebody earlier on the show. Okay, so you got Devontae.
Davon Smith. I know him.
Devontae. Get the name right.
Devon.
Devontae.
Havon.
He's a Heisman Trophy winner last year or 2 years ago, whatever it was.
Crap Simmons.
He weighs 160 pounds, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, so Devontae Smith is number 1. Number 2
All right.
is Jalen Reagor, I think. Number 3 is Quez Watkins. Who am I? I think JJ is gonna make the roster. JJ or I think a Whiteside. And I think as much as I want, like, I don't think Fulgham's gonna make it. I think apparently that he's got some practice habit issues. And I think Greg Ward is going to make the roster, even though he's just more of a hands guy.
Well, I would hope so. When you're
He-
a
he catches
wide receiver,
everything.
you need your hands.
Well, unless you play for the Eagles.
Oh, then we can go back to the McNabb era and throw it 5 feet short.
My bad. A 1-3 record and little preseason for Hurts. He had 0 face. Yeah. I mean, a lot of it is just sports science, and that's just taking over everything and how, people manage their teams. I mean, if Nick Sirianni, I have full faith in Nick Sirianni. If he thinks that they got enough work, in the joint practices, I mean, we can't see that. I mean, we're not there. If he thinks, I mean, from what it looks like on Twitter from all the writers, it says that it was pretty physical, all of them, and that, I mean, if he doesn't have to get hit, then he doesn't have to get hit. I mean, Jalen Hurts is going to get run over eventually, and I'd rather have him be okay than not.
All right, so have him get run over in the regular season because he's not warmed up.
Yeah, and then we just bring in Gardner Minshew and have the stash just take over Philly.
The stash.
Do you know who I'm talking about in the stash?
Not at all.
Okay, time out.
Dude, I
So-
did this whole fantasy sports draft knowing like 3 people total in the NFL.
Okay, so let's answer this real quick. 3 running backs, I agree. It's Sanders, Scott, and Kenny Gainwell. Jordan Howard can just piss off. Who else? do we
Wow.
have? Yeah.
Harsh.
I
should have said that about Ben Simmons.
If Elliott goes down, they should bring in Patrick.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Yeah.
Jake's got ice.
Dude,
in his veins.
I'll kick a 45-yard field goal for you guys. I just need a little practice again. Give me like a year. I got you. I'll warm up my kicking leg.
So Pat, this guy.
I was
Right
gonna say,
here.
you had something.
Hold on.
You had something else going on.
Yeah. So Gardner Minshew. So he was
White
he's-
trash.
Yeah, he did.
Let's show what I was reading
So-
there for.
He also he was the quarterback for 2 years now, and the Jacksonville had the worst record in the league, so they drafted the number 1 quarterback out of college, Trevor Lawrence, who people think is just greater than God, right? So the Jacksonville Jaguars traded him today to the Eagles for a 6th-round pick that could turn into a 5th-round pick if he plays in 3 games of 50% more of the snaps or whatever. But it's most likely going to be a 6th-round pick, and eventually he's going to be the number 2 quarterback. And he was asked about the quarterback competition with Trevor Lawrence this year, and his response is, well, I don't want to be. I haven't taken a number 2 in a while because I don't want to be number 2 on the roster. He's like, I haven't taken a number 2 in like 3 weeks.
That's not a good thing. He should go to the doctor and get that checked
that
out.
was his response. So this is who we are looking at as our right here. This
Oh,
guy.
gosh.
He's got some flow. He's got a full
Looks more of a clown than your dad.
people looks like he looks like Tiger King. This is him right here.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
awesome. When
He's going to bring a lot of energy to the Eagles. So that's
when he played really well for like his first 4 games in the NFL, and they called it Minshew Mania.
what, and he hasn't played well since.
It's not that he hasn't played well. It's just that the Jacksonville Jaguars stink. And he's got nobody to help him. He's
just like the Eagles.
He's got 38 touchdowns and 11 interceptions in his career, and a 93.3 quarterback rating.
That's a lot of interceptions.
Not really. Not in the.
How many years has he played?
I mean, look this up.
Because I feel like the touchdown to interception ratio is a little low there. I'd be happier if it was 50 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Well, here he's played since 2019, so he's played 2 years.
Averages 5.5 interceptions for every 2 years.
Computer's slow right now. So
I don't know if I like that.
His rookie year, first of all, he was a 6th round pick. First of all, his main issue is fumbles, which we just had a quarterback who had an issue with fumbling the ball.
No, you had an issue with the quarterback that couldn't stay healthy.
He fumbled the ball and didn't throw the ball away. But okay, he's played in 28 games, 37 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. So 28. No, I'm not doing that math right. I don't know.
Come on, college kid.
I'm done my math requirements. Okay. But
if it makes you feel any better, I'm done all my requirements.
He's played well, and he's also under control for next year. So his contract's this year and next year for $895,000, which is nothing. And he's a lot better than Joe Flacco is right now. And Joe Flacco's going to be the 3rd string eventually once Gardner Minshew learns the playbook. I mean, he's a solid backup that can really help if Jalen Hurts goes down.
Okay. And that's not a bad move.
Yeah. Like, no brainer.
So what you're telling me is even John could have made that trade.
Yeah.
Because, he still wants Ben Simmons on the team.
Pat, do you not remember when we would play NHL in our franchise and I would get every good player on our team just by trading draft picks?
Yeah, we wouldn't have a 1st-round draft pick for the next 8 years. And then we just give up on the team after 10 games.
Well, I just know how to create teams. I mean, it's just that simple. I think that'll be it. Pat, you got anything else?
No,
other than our locks of the week this week.
I was going to say locks of the week. That's all I got.
All right. Pull her up.
I'm so glad I figured that one out. Why am I not going to it? All right. John, do you know what teams you're picking?
No. I figure it out as I go.
So for mine, I was doing the 3 international ones. This MLS app is pissing me off. So we got 3 international games coming up on Thursday, September 2nd. And they're all for the same thing. All right. So we've got, I'm going to say, let's see. Nope, still going to be dumb. Okay. So get that out of the way. I'm going to have Canada beating Honduras. All right. We have Mexico beating Jamaica. I'm so spelling that wrong. How do you spell Jamaica?
Jeez. Come on, college boy.
I graduated college. I don't need to spell anymore.
That's even worse than when you're in college.
Dude, it took me all the way until 6th grade to figure out how to spell because, okay? Get over yourself. And then who is USA playing? Because for some odd reason, I got kicked out of the app again. Oh, El Salvador. So USA is going to beat El Salvador. That's an A, not an I. People who do not know me, I am a horrible speller. All right, what are your teams, sir?
Well, now that we got college football going, we could add that to our picks next week. This is more of like an intro to college football week. Next week is when a lot of the big schools will start playing. So
Yeah,
we
I'm
gotta
probably
keep that
not
in
gonna pay
mind.
attention to them.
Actually, wait, we do this Saturday nights.
Yes.
They play on Saturdays. Okay, all right, bet. I'm gonna pick college football one.
Well, you can't. I thought we decided Sunday through Friday.
I mean, the game will be done by the time it's. I guess never mind.
Will
Oh,
it?
Well, yeah, I can pick a game. That's
All right, fine.
ends
We'll switch.
before.
We'll switch it up a little bit. If the game ends before our 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time stream,
Yes.
we'll count it.
Okay.
That'll just be very, very last minute, and I might be editing some locks of the week on stream.
I'm gonna be taking Penn State over Ball State because I don't even know where Ball State is from.
Is this college football?
Yes.
Okay,
Penn
I'm just
State's
putting
number
C
19
up for
in the
that.
country.
Penn State beating who?
Ball State. Ball State. I don't even know where they're from. So we're gonna take that as one.
All right.
Football doesn't start. There's no football game for the next 2 weeks, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's see. I need the Phillies to win like ASAP because I'm hooked again. So I'm gonna take the Phillies to beat the Diamondbacks. I need Ranger Suarez to have a big game tomorrow. He pitched well the other night. They let him go 7 innings. Thought he should have went longer, but. And finally, I'm going to pick. Let's pick a soccer game because I just won big from free money. Let's pick one
From
Friday.
free money?
Yeah. I'm gonna take.
Did you
the
make a
Union.
bet?
Yeah, I got free money from what's it called? DraftKings. Since I'm a new user, I got like 100 like free casino things. And then I also got a free $20 bet to place on the Liverpool versus Chelsea game, and I won. I won $90 off of it. So
I'm assuming Chelsea won that one.
well, I bet that it would be a tie and each team would score 1-1. And that's what happened. So
Smart.
I'm gonna take the Union over New England next Friday.
All right. There are our new locks of the week. John, if you get 2 points,
It's over.
that's only if I lose one.
Okay.
All 3 of mine happen Thursday. So you'll be able to know by Thursday how many points you need.
Sweet. Love it.
Yeah.
Y'all good?
Yeah, that's about it. Stop
All right.
sharing this. Go back to this.
Pat, I think that this was a success, and I am so excited to do more of these.
Yes, so am I. For anybody that is curious, there is our Discord link. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on. Probably not. I think only we can see it. But if you're live on our Twitch right now,
! Discord.
I already did that.
Oh.
This is.
Stop hitting at the same time.
Stop it, John. Stop it. I don't know if you guys can copy that link.
We'll keep it
in
up here for the
Discord.
rest of the show.
Worst comes to worst, follow us on Twitter at JP Sports Podcast, and we will shoot you a invite. Sorry, I got to be proper. John's here. We will shoot you an invite to our Discord channel. Right now it is small, but message anytime and we will get back to you as soon as we can. I have Discord on my phone, so as soon as you guys send a message, you don't even have to @ me. I have all messages showing up.
And then
as soon as you guys
basically create the show. Basically, if you have a topic you want to talk about, we could just create the show right from that.
Exactly. So, like, if you just message in it, I'll get it and I'll respond as soon as I can. And I don't know about John because John still has yet to figure out how to use Discord properly without going on the web browser.
I've got it on my phone.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you can't copy the link on there, message us on Discord. We'll send you the invite, and we'll get you through. We'll get you on our Discord.
Yeah,
it's definitely been an awesome episode this time around. Thank you everybody that showed up. It was awesome.
Thank you to CEV Sports, Philly Sports Alliance, and whoever logged in and dropped a comment and actually interacted with us. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, that was definitely a new one. Other than John's dad. Yeah. John's dad was the only one that's really ever done that. But now that we have it up on many different platforms, it's going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a lot of fun in the near future. So tune in next week. We will definitely be talking about Chuck Fletcher. Maybe a little bit more about the Eagles.
Definitely about the Phillies this week because they're going into the playoffs, like the playoff hunt. So
playoff race, yeah. So definitely a lot about Chuck Fletcher and definitely some about the Phillies. And then we will see what else happens throughout the week if we need to talk about any other team.
Yeah.
So until next time, stay safe, enjoy your weeks, and we will see you next Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out, guys.